Like I said on the 8th of 450X episode, Kartikeya and I traveled together to Bengaluru on separate flights, but on the same day, I rode in electric, he drove and rode in a hybrid. Today we're talking about Toyota's most expensive sedan, the Camry Hybrid.
Yes, sir.
What do we need to know about this car?
What are you expecting from it?
I love the idea of the hybrid,
Okay.
the Camry Hybrid. I have a picture of, I used to stay on the outskirts of Pune for a while, and I was on the 9th or the 10th floor, and I would look down, and there was a black Camry that would come from this side, and it would leave the complex, and this silent black car, all the reflections of the sky and everything on it, and that's my image of the Camry.
And from that top angle, it had that the older one had that more boxy shape. It would have looked really cool, actually. Yeah. So, but what are your expectations from it?
It's a Toyota, so it should be slightly boring.
Okay.
It's a Toyota, so it should be extremely well made, at least in terms of longevity, if not luxury. If I remember correctly, actually, I don't have to say I remember because I got a Camry as a taxi that picked me up from the airport to drop me home after the Ather first ride.
Oh.
So it was slightly rattly because it was an old Toyota, but spacious, comfortable, and I could assume that that would be interpreted as luxurious, although the Germans' idea of the luxury thing and the Japanese idea of the luxury thing are, of course, two entirely different words. But so spacious, reasonably luxurious, comfortable, well-made, high-quality car, but not in-your-face luxury gadgets. No, I would not expect that.
If you've seen the pictures of the Camry now on the screen, you'll realize that things have changed.
Yeah, I have not seen the Camry at all. So,
and we've not spoken about it either. So, like, of course, I'd seen the pictures before I went, and when I got to the event, and this is a really short drive because we've on Disconnect we've discussed the first time I ever went for a Toyota event,
which was to the hotel gate and back. If I'm not
correct. Yeah, and that was considered a drive. So we've come a long way from there. Today we had 4 hours with the car, and with the liberty of going up to 5 hours. But it was going to get dark and all of that, and I wasn't too keen. So I drove for about 4.5 hours, that types. But that's what it was. And we aren't shooting on these drives, so we can still manage all right. We just focus on driving. That's about it.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, it's like you've got to go out, drive.
And speak.
And yeah, get your thoughts together and shoot and speak and all of that. So it would have been crazy. But as soon as I got there in the hotel and the driveway had the cars, and I see what is called as, so interestingly, the Camry now comes in 2 editions. One is the Elegance edition and one is the Sprint edition. And I'm jumping things a bit here, but it's fine because the Sprint edition is the one that is the red and black, and that's what the pictures I have of are.
Okay.
And it looks cool, man. Like you look at the Toyota and you think, man, this is looking nice. You know, it looks younger, it looks sportier. It's got the contrast. It's red and it's got a contrast black roof. It's got a spoiler at the back. It's got a like body kit types, front bumper, rear bumper additions, which are in black again. So it's got a sporty vibe going on.
Okay.
So much so that when we left the hotel and when we literally just got out, I parked to just put some thoughts down. And people came and started looking around the car. And this is near Nandi Hills where there aren't too many people, right? But people came to look at the car and stuff like that. So it's clearly a car that's going to attract more attention.
Okay.
And like we've spoken in the last was Amaze, where we said platforms are being extended.
Yeah.
Same here. So effectively, this is the same platform, the TNGA-K, I think, platform on which it was built.
NGAK.
TNGA, and then they have different.
Tinga K.
Got it. Yeah. I think it's K, but whatever it is. So that same platform is carried over here. So if you see any changes in dimensions of the car in the specs that we put up, it's largely down to aesthetics. The car fundamentally has not changed.
Okay.
So the wheelbase and weight and all of those things, track width and stuff like that, is the same. What's different is the styling, and the styling is dramatically different.
Okay.
You look at the face now, it really does look aggressive. It looks younger.
But not Lexus.
It looks sportier. Some vibes are there,
okay,
but I don't think enough to go into the Lexus space outright.
Okay.
It's sufficiently differentiated. So I think that's a good thing. The roof profile has changed a bit. It's become a bit more swoopy. And it looks, it's just the design is flowing nicely. It doesn't have that squareness, which is why when you start talking about the car that you would have seen, the thought was that it had the more square shape. Now it looks more flowing. So it has a younger vibe to it. So that's clearly a step forward. If you look at the Elegance edition, which is the gray car, I don't know if I have pics of that. We'll try and get some. But that looks nice. It looks a smart looking sedan.
So that looks like the more grown up car of the
Correct. Cool. Both cars look good.
And you get this print in black? All black?
I don't know what the color combinations are. Okay, since we're
Because to me, a Camry has to be black.
so this, I don't know if they have a black at all actually.
Come on.
I don't know. I don't know. So because we saw it in silver, and there are other colors that I quickly saw on the website. Like they have a
Beige.
pearl white, and then they have
A beige.
the red is obviously there.
And a beige.
Okay, if he insists, I'm
How
sure.
can you have a Toyota in India without a beige on off? I mean, come on.
So I don't know.
Okay,
So
sorry, gold. Gold? Pale gold?
they'll make one.
Beige.
Okay. So basically, now you have this car which is looking better in no matter which variant you'll pick up. It will look smarter, right? Fundamentally, like we said, it's the same car but reskinned. And on the inside, like you said, it'll have a sense of luxury but not really luxurious. Yeah, well, they flipped that around as well.
Okay.
Now, when you get in the car, and it's being sold only in one trim, you get inside and you do not think of this as that compromise
Okay.
of getting a Toyota and not something luxurious enough. Is it absolutely everything as soft and like rich materials like you would in a BMW or something which you would get at a higher price point? Let's be clear. No, it's not that. But the seats, the dashboard, the door pads, all of that, the leatherette, everything looks and feels really good. This feels like a premium car.
I've been told I'm too jocular in these calls to actions. I have to be very serious about this. So I'm glad you enjoyed this clip. I hope you've liked. I hope you've shared. I hope you've subscribed. And what I'm hoping for is now you'll come to our main channel, MotorInc. This video is a clip from one of our much longer videos where we discuss this idea in great detail. Come and watch it there with us. And then you'll find me there on the other side asking you for more likes, shares, and subscribes there. Oh no, I'm supposed to be serious. Apologies.